What is up, YouTube? My name is, as always, Mr. Esnorb, and I welcome you all back to another video on my channel. And today we are looking at some new money makers. I mean, by now you should know that I love to try out new money makers, new ways to get some GP into the account, and today I have 3 more of them for you. And today's topic is all about fast and easy. So we want money makers that make us fast money, but are also really easy to do. So we are not talking about something like killing Samurai, the Lord of Chaos, at 4k in rage, because this is definitely not something everyone can do. It's definitely not something I can do, and it's definitely not easy. So we have some easier methods today. So if you like this video, please don't forget to leave a like, comment your unorthodox or best moneymaker that you use in the game if you want to, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And now let's head right into the first method. Okay, so the first method I think is definitely the easiest one, because all you need for this method is a alchemist key that you can buy in a grand exchange, and you need access to the God Wars dungeon 3. This is basically everything, because what we are doing is we are running to the Samarakian Undercity and opening some alchemical chests. If you don't know how to get there are basically 2 options to reach this chest. The first option is definitely the better one. It's by attuning any boss portal, this can be in a max guild or also in the War's Retreat, to the Samarakian Undercity, and then just teleport there and you're instantly here. I mean, this is kind of obvious. The fastest way to the Samarakian Undercity, right? If you have not unlocked this boss portal because you have maybe never killed the bandos ever before, you could also attune one to Zack, which is down here. If you have never done Zack, you can also not do that. And then there is basically the most easy method. It's just by using your archaeology journal and use the teleport option, because then you are landing in the dig site and all you have to do now is to run north. Obviously you're faster when you have something like double search and dive and a mobile perk and stuff, but I think this is kinda obvious. And now you just run into the Samarakian Undercity by pressing on this door, and here you are, and you can also run to the chest, which is located in this little house right here. And the method is basically that. You just take a lot of keys with you, go to the chest and open them one by one. Obviously you can speed up your chest opening by taking a beast of burden with you. For example, a pack yak or a pack mammoth would be the best, but you could also take a war tortoise or something if you don't have the summoning level for them. Or you can also take none of these and just go without them. It's also possible. But now the real question is, how much money do we actually make with this method? So let's find out together. Okay, it took me about 7 minutes to open these 200 keys. So in an hour, I would be able to open about 1,700, 1,800 keys there, which is definitely a little bit slower than mentioned in the guide, but I also fucked up some mechanics for good, which is kind of clear, I think. And yet still, after all this time, after the 200 keys, we have all this loot gathered together. And if we price check it, we can see that we made about 2.6 million GP in raw earning. And for the keys, they are pretty expensive at the moment actually. We have spent 9k per key, so 1.89 million on spendings. This means that the raw profit in these 7 minutes was about 800k, which is actually not that good as the guide mentioned, but it is still very nice because, yeah, it's super easy to do. It's a little bit click intensive, but it is super easy to do. Then we can also increase the profit by not selling the poison ivy and the nightshades, because the nightshades you can't sell anyways, and creating some weapon poison potions. Okay, so to finish up this moneymaker, we made about 6.7 million GP per hour with the rate that I have opened the chest. But I definitely think that there is some air for more money in this case, because I wasn't that clean by opening the chest. And this moneymaker is also a little bit depending how lucky you are in the end. Because with these alchemical chests, there are a lot of drops that are just trash and less worth than the keys. but there are some drops that can be really valuable when you open these chests. So depending on your luck, this moneymaker can be a little bit better or a little bit worse, but I still think for the requirements it has and for how easy it is, a profit of about 7 million per hour, and then also the possibility to create those weapon poison potions is definitely not a bad moneymaker for the start. Okay, so the next moneymaker is basically even simpler, because all we do is running the Anachronia agility course and farming those double search pages. Because a double search is a codex that you can create with enough pages, and this codex sells for about 90 million at the moment. So it's pretty expensive, you know? And you get this by running the agility course of Anachronia. And the faster you are with it, the more pages you get, and the faster you have your codex. According to the wiki page, this moneymaker should make us about 12 millions per hour while training agility, which is just absolutely insane, I think. And the only requirement is to be level 85 in agility, but this level is also boosted. Because the Anachronia agility course is basically also accessible without being level 85 in agility, so you can see there is a level 30 area, a level 50, but also this level 85 area right here. And the thing with that is basically that when you run a full course, you are guaranteed to get some pages at the end. If you just run a few laps of the course and not the whole one, and then you maybe skip this section right here, you are not guaranteed to get any pages, and you depend on being lucky while you're running the course. You can technically get pages, but it's way less efficient. So I thought, since this should be a really easy moneymaker, and I have in my life not really made this agility course, so I have no real clue where to go and stuff, I think I am the best person to test out if this one is actually newbie proof. So let's try it out, see how long it takes for me to get one course down, and then calculate how much money one would get without having any potions of acceleration and being a total noob in this course. So let's try it out. Okay, so as you can see, without using a power burst of acceleration potion, and I'ma be honest, I did not even notice where this potion would come in as that big game changer, you know. And being a total pleb and not having run this agility course ever before, I needed 7 minutes 30 to run one full round. So this effectively means that I could run 8 courses in an hour, which is just one course above the assumed number of the guide. And I think when I do this over and over and over again, you get cleaner with the mechanics, you get faster because you know the way, and you can easily run 9 courses an hour, or at least 8 as I showed you guys. And in this 7 minute 30, I just got 13 codex pages, and if we calculate it, one codex page is worth about 120k. So the 13 pages is effectively 1.5 million that I have in the inventory right now. If we trust the guide, I got a little bit lucky, to be honest, because the average is to get 2 pages while running the course and then these 10 at the end. So getting 12 pages, so we got 1 more. But still, if we calculate it with these numbers, that I actually would make 12.5 millions per hour with this method. And I'm gonna be honest, this is really cool, because I myself, I'm a big agility hater, and I definitely don't like this skill. But this course, it kind of felt refreshing because it is so big and you run across this whole island and stuff, and then you have the possibility to make about 12 millions per hour while training agility. This is an absolute banger. So I guess it's not the very best if we are talking about money per hour in general, but if you have to train agility anyways, this is absolutely insane. Okay, so the last method I think is the easiest to do, but it also has the highest requirement, because you need level 100 in crafting. And the method is pretty simple. We just simply take Starbloom flowers and craft Starbloom cloth out of them. So I've bought a lot of Starbloom flowers, and I will manufacture them now to Starbloom cloth, and then see how much money per hour I can make with this. I think this method does not need any more explanation, so let's start with the testing right now.
I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain
Okay, so in 5 minutes, I made about 151 Starbloom threads, and to be honest, you can sell them. They have a grand exchange price of 4.5k, which is obviously way lower than a Starbloom flower, but they are traded way higher. So I could technically just put this one in, and it insta sells for 31k at this case. So this effectively means that you could also make profit while just selling them directly. And I mean, the profit isn't even that bad, because with 151 per hour, I bought the Starbloom flowers. Where do I have them? Well, let me check quickly. I bought them for 25,500 coins in a grand exchange. So this technically means that in these 5 minutes, I made a profit of 981k with creating those thread. This means that this would be a profit of about 11.7 millions per hour by just creating the thread and after selling it. But obviously it's kinda, yeah, I don't know, it's a little bit hard to take this as a fact, since the GE price of the threads technically is only 4.5k, so you really rely on getting offers that are way higher. But just to be clear, if you want to buy a Starbloom thread, so I mean if you want to insta buy it, you have to pay about 34k. So this effectively means that you could also sell these for a little bit more than 32k, but yeah, still you simply rely on having good GE offers in at the moment. So yeah, let's try out and making those cloths right now. Okay, after again about 7.5 minutes, 7:21 to be exact, we are at 75 Starbloom cloths and 1 Starbloom thread that is left over. If we price check this, we now made about 5.4 millions right here, but the Starbloom cloth at the moment sells for about 70k. So I think we can realistically say this is about 5.2 million at the moment. And we spent about 3.8 million in the Starbloom flowers that we have bought in the grand exchange. So this means that per hour we would also make about 11.5 million with this method at the moment. So it actually makes no big difference if you are instantly selling the threads or if you wait and craft the Starbloom cloth and sell these after. But obviously these numbers are always linked to the GE prices that are actively traded at the moment. So these numbers can change for you, especially after I release the guide, and maybe some of you will try these methods out. But yet still, if I had to rank these methods that we tried out today, I would definitely say that the agility one is the most interesting one for me, because I hate training agility. The crafting one is really cool if you are looking for a method to make money while just being more or less AFKing, because it was really free, especially then weaving the cloths. You can just leave the game for about 200 seconds and watch or do something on a second monitor or whatever. And the method with the alchemical chests is actually something that I did not find that cool, to be honest. But still, you can also do this if you have not unlocked the other requirements. So, and there you have it. These were 3 fast and easy methods tested for you guys. And as I mentioned already, if you liked it, don't forget to leave a like. Consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. Leave a comment with your favorite method. And now I'll see you guys next time. Have a nice day and bye.